Hi, I'm Mrs. Landstow, and today we're going to talk about growth mindset. Have you heard those words before? Growth mindset. Do you know what that means? Let me tell you. Growth mindset means that you believe that intelligence happens with strong, hard work over time, help from others, and it's a mindset that it can grow. And so when we think about growth mindset, it means if I work really hard to learn something and I believe I can do it, then I can achieve it. But a fixed mindset means that you were born that way. And no matter, there's no hard work or anything, that you just think, I can't do it. I can't do it. Well, we don't want to have a fixed mindset. We want to have a growth mindset. And so you still might be a little confused. So let's go through what this might sound like. So let's take a look at our chart here. On our chart, growth mindset, these could be things that you say to yourself. Have you ever said, I'm not good at this? Oh, sometimes we do. That would be kind of a fixed mindset. For our growth mindset, we kind of want to start saying, well, what am I missing? What am I missing? If I come back over here, have you ever heard of someone say, I give up? Oh, yeah, you give up? No. Maybe we should say, I'll use some of the strategies we've used. All right? A growth mindset means that we can keep working. We can keep working harder and try. Try. What about this is too hard? Have you ever heard that before? Or have you said that before? What we need to start saying is, this may take some time and effort. Wow, that's what we need to start thinking. Have you ever heard of someone say, I made a mistake? Yeah, I just made one today. I had a typo mistake. Yeah, it happens. But mistakes help me learn. That's what I need to start thinking. Mistakes help me learn. Yeah. Have you ever heard someone say, I just can't do math? That's a fixed mindset. We want a growth mindset that says, I'm going to train my brain in math. Yeah, we're going to work harder. We're going to learn strategies. I might need people to help me along the way. That's okay. But having that open growth mindset, it puts us in a better place, helps us to cope with learning when things are not so easy for us. And so we need to have this growth mindset. Let me show you some examples. Some of them we just talked about. But let's take a look. Let's work together and let's take some of these negative or fixed mindsets and let's change them into growth mindset thinking. All right, I'm going to go first. Okay. I don't believe in myself. Oh, gosh. So that's negative. That's a fixed thinking. I'd like to make it a growth mindset. I need to change it to positive. I don't believe in myself. How can I change that to positive? Well, if it's positive, I know it's not going to have the word don't. All right? So maybe I write, oh, I know what I write. How about I do? I'm going to capitalize it. I do believe in myself. Do you see that? How I changed that? It had not in it, but I do believe in myself. What if I started thinking this way? Instead of saying, I don't believe in myself, what if I started saying, I do believe in myself? That positive thinking. Yeah, that's fantastic. Let's do another one, okay? All right. I'm not smart enough. Oh, that is not growth mindset. That is not. We want to turn that negative into a positive. I need your help. Do you see what we need to change in this one? Do you see something there that we need to change? I know, I do too. I see it as well. It's got the word not. We can't have not or can't or don't. We can't have those words. Those are negative. We want growth mindset. So I'm stands for I am. All right. I'm, take out the not, and we want smart enough. So I'm smart enough. All right. We don't want the word not in there. Do you see that? Okay. What about the next one? I want your help on this one too. I don't have good ideas. Oh, that's so negative. On a growth mindset, we want positive thinking. I bet you already see the word that we don't want in there. Do you see it? I know. I see it too. There's the word don't. So let's change it just like this one. Ready? So let's say I do, and I'm going to capitalize it. I do have good ideas. And change it positive. Taking a negative and changing it positive. Let's do another one. I am not good enough. Oh, negative. We want growth mindset. We don't want it negative. We want positive. Positive. So I see the word. Do you see it? Yeah. Right there. We do not want that word in there. So we want to say positive. I am good enough. Do you see how we changed a negative into a positive? The positive is that growth mindset. It's the way we think, and we really want to make it positive. All right, if we have positive thinking, it makes us a little bit more upbeat. Remember in a previous lesson, we talked about character traits. All right, so being positive could be a character trait. I think it was actually on my silhouette head of positive. It could be on yours too. If we think this way, if we think positive. Now here again, you might be thinking, well, Mrs. Lansdale, some of those statements are true. Well, okay, what if I did this? And I put that big old word there. Do you see it? It says yet. Yeah, because let's think about it. When you learned to ride a bike, did you get on that bike and did you ride it right away? Probably not. You probably had to have training wheels. Then you probably had to have help. You probably wrecked a couple times before you actually got the hang of it. Yeah, so you didn't jump on the bike and ride it perfectly the first time. So you could have said, I'm not very good at riding the bike. Yeah, but look, what if you said, I'm not very good at riding the bike yet? Yeah, the power of yet. When you are not good at something, or you are trying and it's not working out, tying your shoes, and you're trying and you just can't get it. And you might say, I'm not good at tying my shoes. You might say that, but say this, I'm not good at tying my shoes yet. Because you're going to get it. You just don't have it yet. All right, that power of yet is huge. When we try things for the first time, we don't get it perfect. So we have the power of yet. I don't know how to do it yet, but you're going to. You're going to. And when we think of the power of yet and we put that in it, oh, it helps us get to that growth mindset thinking. All right. Yes. So taking a look, I'm going to share my screen with you, and I'm going to show you something else. So if we take a look at my screen, if we were working on, if you were in Mrs. Lansdale's class, this is something I would have you do. I have 2 columns here on my paper, all right? 2 different mindsets. I have a fixed mindset. You'll see that. That means I believe it's just too hard. I can't do this. I'm not going to understand this. It's really using a fixed mindset. How can you change those to a growth mindset? What's some wording you could put on it? Would you maybe have to use the word yet? Or you could, look, I have 3 more spaces here. Could you add your own of maybe something you have said before? And can you turn it into a positive growth mindset? Yeah, I think you can. I think you can. Having a growth mindset helps us get through schooling a little bit easier because we know the first time I learn something, I'm probably not going to have mastery on it. I'm probably going to have to try things out a few times before I actually understand it. So having that growth mindset with positive thinking with it certainly helps us. Certainly helps us. Absolutely. When we think of a growth mindset, and right now you're doing remote learning, you might be so confused on the technology part, or you might be so confused on some math or some reading or a skill that you're having to do remotely because your teacher's not there. But if you have a growth mindset and ask questions and ask for help, you will get to where you understand the information. Having a growth mindset is asking for help too when you don't know something. And so that's a good way. That's a good way in your remote learning. Ask for help if you don't understand. If you were in Mrs. Lansdale's class, this is the graphic organizer I would have you fill out today. But if your teacher has a different idea, please make sure that you do that assignment. Remember, having a growth mindset is a positive, uplifting experience. Let's try it. Have a great day.